What's going on, guys? It's Zach with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about manifestation, mindset, and personal development. And so if those things sound interesting to you, if you are on that personal development journey right now, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you know when my videos come out. It's been a long time since I've made a video, and that's really just because I've been coaching people one-on-one so much, and frankly, that's the best way to overcome your limiting beliefs. I have multiple coaches just because watching these kinds of videos and reading articles on Reddit and whatnot is very powerful, but it really comes down to eliminating your personal limiting beliefs. When it comes to manifesting anything, when it comes to creating any kind of change in your life, really the only thing standing between you and your goals is the limiting beliefs that you hold on to. And working with a coach and somebody that can help you, really come to terms with those limiting beliefs and look them right in the eye. I think for most of us, it's challenging to kind of look at our own limiting beliefs and recognize them as just that. We kind of recognize them as, hey, these are, factors that are real, right? These are limiting factors that are real. They are hard. They are things that are genuinely holding you back, and there's nothing I can do about them. And what we have to remember is when we're on this journey of consciousness, coming to the realization that all is in fact consciousness, and first and foremost changing the perception within is what we have to do before we can watch the external world change. Sometimes it kind of requires another point of accountability, I guess, to help you uproot those limiting beliefs. So that's just a quick offer for you. Link below to sign up for coaching, and I'll see you soon. In this video, I wanted to talk about the concepts of it's coming versus it's here when it comes to recognizing the creation of the things that you want. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, Nathan. Nathan's probably watching this video, about how on his journey of manifesting a specific person, he's been saying they are coming back to me. They are in the process of coming back to me. I can feel them coming back. Thank you, universe, all this stuff. And in a lot of ways, he was doing things completely right. He was using I am statements. He was using a lot of emotional statements, helping him feel into that energy state. But what he realized was that for the most part, his journey is going really well. I mean, there's so many, synchronicities and signs, and things are, there is good communication for the most part between him and his specific person, and he's just trying to get it better and better to the place where it's absolutely in his most ideal form, and I 100% believe that it will happen. But one of the things he realized is, based on where he is on the journey, creating that sense of it's coming is almost introducing a limiting factor of it's not here, right? It's creating this time delay that, hey, it's on its way and things are going to start to happen more and more. And I want to say this in the way that makes the most sense, being that it's not bad the way that he was doing it. But what I would point out is, based on where he was, there was already a lot of things going right? And just that slight introduction of the time delay is actually him introducing a limiting factor in and of itself upon himself, right? And so what I suggested, and what we worked out together, was that he would just change things to I am. I already am in that place where it is done. We are together. We have this wonderful relationship. I'm so grateful for her. I'm so grateful that we get to go do stuff together every day, and she's calling me and telling me how much she loves me every day, this kind of stuff. And that's really the realization that a lot of people need to have, is that we introduce our own limiting beliefs, right? And this is just part one of the video, right? Recognizing that sometimes introducing a time delay, or introducing these time factors, or other kinds of factors of how things are going to happen, we're saying that they have not happened yet. We're inherently saying that it has not happened yet. And sometimes our subconscious mind picks up on that and starts to fill that in with other little issues, right? Where the subconscious mind is further challenging you. Now, it's not always the most ideal just to go to the end. I mean, really, in the most perfect situation, we simply go to the end. We say, well, here's how it is, right? I'm with my significant person, or I have my, successful business, or I'm living in the place that I want to live, right? I'm there right now. I am there. But if we feel that we are so far away from that point, that it's challenging to, feel into that state, and it really comes down to resistance, you guys. It really comes down to your ability to recognize, how do you feel when you affirm these things, right? When you try to imagine these things, how does it make you feel? And if you're going to the end and you are putting yourself into the state of the wish fulfilled, or you're trying at least, but it feels like there's all of this struggle, and as you try to imagine, or as you try to affirm, hey, it's already done, your subconscious mind is just raring forward and saying, no, it's not, and here's all these reasons why. Sometimes it does help to go backwards and find a breakdown that really resonates with you, right? All we're trying to do is avoid this state of resistance. Again, some of these people out here are preaching that you really need to just go to the end and, exist in the end and focus on it just being done, it just being done, it just being done. I think that's a pretty high level approach. And, you don't let me introduce my limiting beliefs. Like in Nathan's case, he really should just kind of go to the end, because there isn't as much resistance as, for example, somebody that is in an absolutely, super tense situation with their SP, like their SP's ghosting them, they're not talking to them, or, they just feel like money is constantly falling out of their hands and they have no idea, where money would even come from. And like every time money is introduced as a concept, it just introduces so many of these limiting beliefs, right? In these situations where just going to the end is going to bring up even more resistance, it does help to kind of break things down and find what's the smallest increment that would help me to move forward. If it's an SP example, maybe you start focusing on your self-concept, and you just say, rather than Jane is my girlfriend. Jane is my girlfriend, right? Or Jane is going to be my girlfriend, and the universe is bringing me more signs and synchronicities every day that Jane is my girlfriend, right? You would just say, focus on your self-concept. I am an attractive person. I am somebody that is in a healthy and stable relationship, or I am somebody that chooses healthy and stable relationships, and all of my relationships, be they platonic, be they intimate, are healthy, stable, secure, and mutual on both sides. That's a good place to start, right? For money, it might be, I am recognizing more and more every day the opportunities that might bring money into my life, or I realize that money is just a energetic form of value, just traded value, and by increasing the value that I give out, I am increasing the potential for money to come into my life. In all of these examples, you see that the bottom line here is that we're just working up, we're just finding this baseline affirmation, this baseline belief that we can then build off of, right? And it sounds tedious and it sounds like a lot of work, but the results are extremely powerful. And, they might even be more powerful than, for example, somebody that just goes to the end, right? And focuses on the end result, creating one thing, right? They might create that relationship, but they might not have focused on these other little internal factors. Same thing with like business and money, right? They might create this one situation, but they might end up losing it all because they have these baseline beliefs within themselves that just have not been uprooted yet. And so this is why like a very deliberate practice of subconscious mind reprogramming is extremely beneficial, and I think everybody should really start there. And that's why, in my opinion, my approaches are so much different than many other coaches, because I see going to the end as like this thing where if you're already like so close in your energetic potential to believe those kinds of things, why not? Yeah, go ahead and create those things. And as you become more and more free of these resistances that are within you, because every resistance is really within you, it becomes easier to manifest the big things, and it won't even seem like big things. They'll just seem like these natural things. Like as an intention comes to my awareness, I just create it. But for a lot of people that are new to this journey and are still struggling with the true understanding, the true belief that all is consciousness, and I don't think anybody ever really completely can get to that point where they fully understand. But again, that's a limiting belief that I have. And I'm kind of rambling here, but I think the bottom line is that it's okay to kind of dial things back as far as your affirmations. Ideally, you want to just go to the end and feel it is done, because once it comes to you, that's how you're going to feel. It's going to be done, right? And so why not think from that place? But if thinking from that place introduces a lot of resistances into your psyche, into your awareness, feel free to dial it back. Go ahead and pick something that's a little bit lower on the tier. Focus on something that is 100% internal, and you can focus on just shifting these very basic characteristics. Maybe increasing your potential to be an effective manifestor. You say more and more every day, I am becoming someone who believes in my infinite conscious power, and so it's easier and easier for me to manifest my intentions every single day. That's a good place to start. That's a blanket that covers everything and just helps you to shift your internal being, and thereby everything else starts to come a little bit easier to you. But I think you're getting my bottom line here, guys. Just take it at your own pace. Let go of resistance, and as natural as you can make it feel, that's what you really want to focus on. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or you have any comments, go ahead and drop them below. I love talking to you guys. But until next time, see you guys later. Much love. Bye-bye.